Years and years ago, it'd come to visit with Helen. Actually, it'd come visit me and my family in the south of France at our place, and he said, "Oh, I brought you this," and he gave me this this CD. It was a soundtrack of Sweeney Todd. This is about 6 years ago or so, and I kind of just, oh, okay. And I listened to it and thought it was, great, interesting, but not something I would have expected from Tim, because it's quite large and operatic and everything. And then it wasn't mentioned again for another 5 years or something.
Sort of let it stew for a bit.
Yeah, simmer.
And then I asked him, more specifically if he would be interested in doing it, and, he said, yeah, he thought he could do it, and, that was always good enough for me, because I know him, he wouldn't have said yes if he didn't feel he could do it. And then it was another couple of months, and he sent me something, and it just got so excited, because it was just he made it his own, and it was him, but he just brought something new to it, and I just got so excited about it.
It was a scary moment or two there, because I wasn't quite sure, I mean, I knew that, because I'm started out as a musician, so I do have some understanding of that process, but not singing, so yeah, basically the only way that I was able to know if I could do it was just to stand in front of a microphone and do it, just kind of close your eyes and jump into the abyss. And I was happy to, there was a moment when I thought, I think this is going to work. Didn't think it wasn't like, oh, I'm great, or not remotely, but there was a moment when I thought, I think I can let Tim know now that I think it'll be okay, and that's when I called him and said, I think we're going to be fine,
It's interesting, because I'm not a singer, but there's something in learning about this process myself. There's something quite exposing about singing. It's very, emotionally exposing, especially if you're not a trained singer. So, but that's something very interesting that he brought out of it. I mean, it just gives it a whole other level. That's something that you might see on stage. There's an internal quality to it and an emotional quality, which, again, I thought was just really exciting and really amazing for this piece.
It's multi-layered, because you have, there's that brilliant music, there's that amazing and already emotional melody, then there's the lyrics and the story, what's going on. So as an actor, and you get in there and suddenly you're, kind of belting it out, you're singing full on, which is frightening. You can't hide it, is what I'm saying. You can't.
Yeah.
There's no way
watching you. There's all 50 people standing around.
You're wet. You know what I mean? There's nothing. There's no way to hide it. You're just.
And singing while we're squirting blood all over him as well. So a lot of challenges on this one.
Tim and I kind of had our first talks about the guy, about Sweeney and stuff. For me, for us, and the idea that this guy, obviously, victimized, hugely, the loves of his life taken from him and sent away to this, horrific place, and had all that time to stew over the grave injustice, and the sole thought in his mind, the only thing that's kept him alive, because he's virtually dead, the only thing that's kept him alive is the idea of one day being able to, pay back, his revenge on these people who've done him so wrong. So it's interesting, you think about it, like, did his that rage and that obsession of revenge drive him mad? I don't You know, I don't think so. I
never really felt that. I mean, he's
he's
just tragic. The thing is, we sort of focus more on the tragic character of him. You know, we also talked a lot about those old horror movie actors like Lon Chaney, Boris Karloff, Peter Lorre, that were very good at sort of capturing that sort of, you know, kind of, some might call it insane, but it's just sort of, you know, tragic injustice that was done that sort of transforms somebody into another type of character. And he's such a tunnel-visioned character, you can't see anything else around him except that one thing. And, you know, that we just felt really helped sort of accentuate the tragedy of the character rather than the insanity of the character. Well, I feel like with him, I'm working with a different actor each time, you know, because he just does something different each time. So, you know, it's like, it always feels new to me that way because, you know, I have the luxury of knowing somebody and the great aspect of that, but each time working, it's a new person. So, you know, it just keeps it always interesting, always fresh, and especially on this one, he just goes to another level by, you know, adding singing into the mix, and you know, it just gets more exciting that way each time.
For me, I mean, you know, when I get that, you know, call from Tim, you know, it says, you know, I want to talk to you about something, you know, and there won't be a mention of, there won't be a title, there won't be a movie or a script or anything, you know, just want to talk to you about something, and that's like, you know, those are the moments you just like wait for that moment to come. It's like the most exciting thing in the world, because for me, it's going back to a place where the process is really energized. It feels great. It's comfortable. It's home, and it's I admire him so much as a friend certainly, but as a filmmaker, as a true artist, which is a rare thing in cinema, especially nowadays, you know, as an uncompromising, you know, visionary, you know. So, you know, it's the best moment in the world when I get that call.